Hi guys, GloryHunter here, and today we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed, the movie. Something a bit different to my channel, and it's not going to be a regular thing, just because it's a movie based on a game that I really enjoy, love collecting for, and I'm a big movie buff anyway, but this just seemed right for a movie review. So first off, is it worth going to watch? It's going to keep this as spoiler free as possible. It depends what you want to get from the movie. If you're a massive Assassin's Creed fan, then definitely go watch it. This movie is for you. If you want to go just for an action kind of film, if you're not really big on your Assassin's Creed, you don't need to know the backstory of all the Assassin games or anything. It doesn't really follow any of the games. It's a separate story. It has some elements that are kind of portrayed in the games, but you don't need to have followed them. It's just, you can pick it up right from the movie. That's fine. It doesn't have any of the characters from the games in the film. It's, like I say, it's completely its own thing. So if you're going for just an action film, it's got plenty of action in, fighting, set scenes. That's great. The plot is relatively simple. There's an assassin who doesn't know who he is, who's been captured by the Templars, put into the Animus machine to try and find the Apple of Eden, which is the only thing set from the other games. Obviously, that's what they're trying to find. And it spirals from there, basically. Him becoming an assassin or learning who he is and all about the Assassin's Creed. And, yeah, trying to stop the Templars and find the Apple and all that kind of stuff mixed up. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into it. That's the basic plot, and it's explained pretty much straight away. If you're going for some of the actors, obviously it's got some great actors in there. Michael Fassbender, Jeremy Irons is in it. Quite a few other well-known faces who you will recognise from other films or even TV work and that kind of stuff. Fassbender's character is really good. Obviously he plays the two parts, his modern day variant and the assassin set back in the Spanish kind of Inquisition time period. Really good time period for Assassin's kind of game. It would make a really good game. They've chose to do it as a movie instead of a game. It would have been nice to see a game. They might even take it from the movie and do a movie of the game. I can't see that happening, but it would be nice. It's got all the stuff from the game in there. The free running, the parkour, over climbing the buildings, fighting the guards with the various weapons. We've got the double blades. We've got blades that shoot out, kind of like the dart blade. There's a kind of a rope thing he uses. Only uses it once. And then obviously your swords, all that kind of stuff. The stuff you'd expect to see from an Assassin's game to movie. The Animus they use in this one is slightly different. Obviously, if you've played the games, you know the Animus is more of a chair or a bench that they lay in, and they go into the Animus from there. This is a kind of a 3D mechanical. It's a mechanical arm that grabs the person around the waist and allows them free movement as it picks them up around the whole area. So they experience what the assassin experiences in full motion. So climbing walls, the arm lifts them up so they can climb the wall. That kind of stuff. Really good. I wasn't too sure when I first seen it in the trailers because obviously it wasn't the Animus. But this Animus is really good, and I'd like to see it in the games. It makes more sense that the assassin can move around in that area, feeling and seeing the emotions of the assassin is portraying, and you get the kind of around the room the glimpses of what they can see, the kind of holograms and stuff is in the room with him, so people watching him can see that as well. This is how the Templars know what the assassin's seeing and that kind of stuff. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. The parkouring and the fighting is excellent. It's spot on. It's nice to know that Michael Fassbender actually played some of the game to learn kind of some of the moves, to see how they move, and that really does show. Like just moving through crowds, pushing the people out of the way, that kind of stuff. Just the way he moves, the jumps, going in for the assassin's kills, spot on. Really, really good detail. Like I said, the parkouring is awesome. The fighting, brilliant. It would have been nice to see the kind of. There's a lot of assassins, but there's only two they kind of focus on, and that's the Michael Fassbender assassin and his female counterpart. it's a shame she didn't have a bigger part. She does have quite a big part, but it would have been nice to see more from her. That was good. It's kind of shows from the games the your Arno and Elise, the Jacob and the Evie, that kind of relationship, the male-female assassins working together in a kind of a co-op. Yeah, it worked really well together, but it would have been nice to see a little bit more from the female assassin. She got some fantastic fight moves. So portrayal from the game to the movie, you know what? They got most things pretty spot on. I suppose it's an easy transition with there being so many Assassin's games and they're all focusing on either different Assassins, different time periods. It's not something really specific they needed to hit. Like, it's its own story. It could easily be a game. It's nice that they made it into a movie in its own right. It worked really well. No real problems with it at all. Like, it's a lot of nods and Easter eggs in there from some of the games, such as in the Abstergo headquarters. There's a kind of not really a museum, but there are artifacts in glass cabinets and stuff, and some of them you will recognise from some of the games. That was really nice looking out for, as well as areas when they're free running through the Spanish kind of cities, towns, wherever they're in. And there's a couple of times where they break through a room or they land on something and it's something from the games. I'm not going to spoil it. You can find out for yourself, see how many you can spot. It was really good seeing those little touches that they'd put in. That was good. Nice to see. Also nice to see the eagle being put to use. It's in there quite a lot actually, flying around the buildings. They kind of use it as a entry into the past. So when they enter the Animus and go into the past, it's kind of almost starts with the eagle, like the eagle flying you into the area, which was nice. And like I say, circling the big buildings, ready for the leap of faith, which was fantastic. You know it's coming. They climb up the big building, it pans out. I turned to the mist and said, this is it, this is the way they're going to do it. And yeah, it's great to see. So I'm glad they've kept that in. The only thing they kind of missed out was jumps into bales of hay. It's not in the movie. It kind of is, but it isn't an assassin do it. So mini spoiler alert, I suppose. The fight on a rooftop, they kick a guard off and he falls into the bale of hay. So it's kind of in there, but not as an assassin jump. So there's a little bit of a shame, a little bit of a missed opportunity. They do a couple of leap of faiths, but you never see where they land. So a little bit of a shame, but still, it's kind of in there. Also, the costumes were fantastic in the game. The Assassin's costumes are really nice, really well detailed. Templars didn't have as much a costume. Obviously, in modern day, they're all kind of suited and booted, that kind of stuff. In the past, they're traditional, they're what they'd be wearing for the time period, so they look good, but the Assassins look really good. And the other characters that are in the story, it was nice to see some of the modern day variants and their ancestors in the back that they, from the time period, they've moved along as well. There are a couple of extra people, not just the main assassin that you will see in the past. So that was good to see as well. Overall, really enjoyed this film. Like, for as games to movies go, they don't usually have a great history of them. There's not many really good games to movies. This, I'm not going to say it's one of the best. It's probably not. It sits middle ground to high in the kind of game to movies. Definitely worth watching if you do like your Assassin's Creed games, and if you've got some time on your hands, definitely check it out. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it. But I'm a massive Assassin's Creed fan, so like I say, it was nice finding all the little Easter eggs and things they'd put in. So overall, yeah, I'll give it a good 7 out of 10. I don't usually rate them on numbers, but if that's what you're looking for, you know, just above average, but not into the top marks. Just kind of sits in that middle ground there. It was also quite surprising. Like, I thought the film was going to end before it did, and it actually continued quite past the part where I thought it was going to end, so it was nice to see the extra touches. Whether or not there'll be a sequel, it's kind of set up for a sequel, but like I say, they can do what they want with this, go to different time periods and stuff, so we probably will see an Assassin's Creed sequel if it does well enough, because as we all know, movies nowadays, they have to perform, otherwise they just don't fund them with sequels, so If enough people go watch it, we'll see a sequel, which is not a bad thing. Hope you've enjoyed this kind of departure from the regular gaming stuff. Obviously, it's still to do with games. If you have, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it, what you thought of the film, what were your favourite parts. Try and keep it a little bit spoiler-free. Like I say, you can't really spoil the film. There's not that much to spoil. There's no major, massive plot twists or anything like that. But hit us a like if you have enjoyed this different kind of video. And subscribe for future videos. We're getting back to the game hauling, pop hauling, and got some things to chat to you guys about. So also, we've got a new room tour coming up for you guys to see. So definitely stay tuned for that. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.